February 12, 2025. A burnt car and a mysterious corpse. In a desolate area of Balochistan, a burnt car is discovered. Inside, authorities find a charred corpse so severely burned that identifying it is nearly impossible. The body is handed over to the Eddy Foundation, where staff members wait for 4 days, hoping someone will claim it. But when no one comes forward, the body is buried as unclaimed on February 16, 2025. At that moment, no one could have imagined that the deceased was not a victim of an accident, but of brutal betrayal by his own friend. Soon, the burnt corpse would be exhumed, and what unfolds next would turn this case into one of Pakistan's most high-profile investigations. This is the story of 23-year-old Mustafa Amir and the murder case that not only shook the entire nation, but also exposed Pakistan's biggest drug cartels. The night of December 31, 2024, a party that changed everything. The story begins on New Year's Eve at a house party hosted by Armagan in Karachi's DHA district. Mustafa Amir, a close friend of Armagan, is also present. According to witnesses, the two had an altercation over a girl named Zoma. However, Mustafa's mother later claims that her son was not even at the party that night. January 6, 2025. The disappearance of Mustafa Amir. On January 6th, Mustafa leaves home and never returns. His family, worried and anxious, reports his disappearance to the police, but the authorities show little interest. Before the case is brushed aside, an unexpected blunder changes everything. 2 weeks after his disappearance, the kidnappers make a critical mistake. They place a ransom call from an international number. This turns the case into a matter of national security, transferring the investigation from the police to the CIA Karachi. With mounting pressure, multiple agencies are forced to intervene. Investigators soon identify Armagan as the prime suspect. Their suspicion is confirmed when they uncover a voice note Mustafa had sent to a friend before his disappearance. "Rafe, bye. I'm heading to Armagan's house for a bit. Let's meet later when you're done with the gym, or after you shower. Whatever works." The raid on Armagan's house. When police raid Armagan's home, they are shocked to discover that this seemingly ordinary young man is a trained criminal. He resists arrest for 4 hours, injuring several officers in a gunfight, while also managing to erase crucial data from his laptop and mobile phone. Eventually, the police subdue and arrest him, but unfortunately, his digital evidence remains lost. During the search, officers find a small phone and faint bloodstains on the carpet, solidifying their belief that Armagan was involved in Mustafa's disappearance. Further searches reveal illegal weapons and an illicit call center operation run from his residence. When investigators interrogate Armagan's staff, they confirm that Mustafa had visited the house and that an argument and gunshots had been heard that night. The drug connection and a sinister betrayal authorities soon uncover shocking details. Armagan wasn't just an ordinary criminal. He was operating an illegal call center involved in money laundering and other crimes. He also hosted extravagant drug-fueled parties where wealthy elites gathered. Mustafa Amir, on the other hand, was a member of a major drug smuggling ring. The gang was led by a notorious figure known as Jungle Boy, who imported high-end drugs from California. A Karachi-based dealer, Basil, would distribute these drugs to 3 key suppliers, one of whom was Mustafa Amir. Armagan, on the other hand, was one of Mustafa's customers. At one of Armagan's parties, Mustafa introduced his longtime girlfriend Zoma to the group. However, Zoma soon became close to Armagan. Investigations reveal that Zoma was the niece of a powerful business tycoon and stock trader. This connection caused tension between Mustafa and Armagan, culminating in their New Year's Eve confrontation. On January 6th, in an attempt to reconcile, Armagan calls Mustafa to his house. Later, he messages Mustafa about drugs. In response, Mustafa sends him a banana emoji, a cryptic code used in the drug trade. However, Armagan, intoxicated and paranoid, misinterprets it as an insult. When Mustafa arrives at Armagan's house, Armagan takes the drugs, uses them, and then suddenly attacks Mustafa with a metal rod. As Mustafa collapses, Armagan pulls out a gun and fires multiple shots at him. Armagan and his accomplice, Shiraz, then place Mustafa's semi-conscious body in the trunk of his own car. They drive to a deserted location in Balochistan, douse the vehicle in petrol, and set it ablaze, while Mustafa is still alive. During the investigation, police uncover even more shocking facts. Not only had Mustafa been targeted, but Shiraz reveals that Armagan had also lured another victim, a young man named Shiraz, to his house on the same night. The case, once thought to be a simple disappearance, unravels into a twisted web of drugs, crime, and murder. With each discovery, Pakistan's legal system is pushed to its limits. The case highlights the growing drug culture, the dangers of reckless partying, and the psychological impact of unchecked substance abuse. A single emoji, sent in the wrong context, became the catalyst for one of Pakistan's most brutal and high-profile murders. The tragic story of Mustafa Amir serves as a chilling reminder of how dangerous the underworld of drugs and crime can be. As the investigation continues, more names are exposed, more arrests are made, and the case of Mustafa Amir becomes a landmark trial in Pakistan's criminal history. What began as a tragic disappearance turned into a scandal that not only shook the nation, but also pulled back the curtain on the dark realities of Pakistan's underground crime world.